Welcome to part 2 of how to assemble a drip irrigation system. In part 1, we discussed how to set up your system from the water source. So if you haven't watched that, check it out first. In this video, I'll show you how to install micro sprinklers, sprayers, and other drip irrigation emitters along poly tubing. In future videos, we'll assemble soaker hose, emitter line, and drip tape. Poly tubing with micro sprinklers is a great choice for providing customized water delivery to the different plants in your gardens. You can choose a different sprayer, sprinkler, or emitter that fits each section or each plant's requirements, and even change them out throughout the season if necessary. Each sprinkler, sprayer, and emitter is installed at the end of a line of 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch poly tubing. Except when using inline emitters, it's best to only place one component on a line to prevent the outflow from being impeded. I'll show you that in a second. Inline emitters are mini-flow, and therefore multiple emitters can be used on a single line because a minuscule amount of water is going to seep through the little hole on the emitter. Due to the minimum flow, we don't need to worry about the outflow being impeded. Start out by getting all of your irrigation components gathered up. You want to make sure you have all of your connectors, risers, emitters, sprinklers, of course the poly tubing, and don't forget your goof plugs. Now you'll need to bring that tubing close enough to your garden so that you can install the branching 1/4 and 1/8 inch lines. With my Y connector attached to the water source, I can continue to assemble my drip system. I like this Y connector because ultimately after I finish my drip system, I'm going to attach the garden hose to this side. For now, I need to attach the poly tubing to this initial assembly, and the way I'm going to need to do that is with connectors. First attachment is the female coupler to the pressure regulator. So be sure that you have the coupler tightened all the way up before you insert the poly tubing. Once you've inserted the poly tubing, then you're going to tighten it down, and that's what's going to prevent it from dripping. I'm going to need to do a few cuts and use some couplers. This elbow coupler is going to make a nice smooth flow of water from the source at a 90-degree angle to prevent any kinking or any other problems. You'll need a tool to punch holes in your 1/2 inch poly tubing. There are many choices, and some even come with a little feature that enables you to insert the connectors. It's a smart idea to keep a set of goof plugs on hand to plug up mistakes or make modifications. You may also need irrigation stakes to attach your sprinklers or risers to do the same. Another useful component is the Inline Vari-Flow valve. This allows you to turn the water on and off at each individual line. Which size poly tubing do you want to run off of your 1/2 inch poly tube? We have 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch. Most sprayers, sprinklers, and emitters fit onto the 1/4 inch poly tubing. However, the aquatic tri-tip sprayers require 1/8 inch poly tubing. A few other sprayers can be installed directly into the 1/2 inch poly tubing or by using a riser. The last component to add is the fun part, the sprinklers, sprayers, and emitters. 360 covers a full circle, evenly, up to 9 feet diameter. It is the only full coverage emitter with an adjustable range. Shrubler on a stake is also adjustable up to 26 inch diameter, but the water is sprayed in an array of streams, not an even mist. It's ideal for watering shrubs and trees. Olson mini sprinklers put out a full circle of water, evenly sprayed over up to 26 feet diameter, depending on the size you choose. Olson UltraJet sprayers are used for ground covers, under trees, and other areas that need moderate water. It provides a streaming water pattern similar to the Shrubler, but at distances up to 16 feet diameter. It comes in a full and half circle configuration. Olson OJet sprayers are for areas that need full water coverage, as they spray a fine mist even at low water pressures. They're available in 90, 180, 300, and 30 by 30 degree patterns. Micro sprayers with flow control are great where customization is needed. They're available in 360, 180, and 90-degree patterns. Flag emitters provide water to a single plant with one stream of water. They're easy to clean and a good choice for landscaping. Mini-flow inline emitters are the only emitters that can be installed several times to a 1/4 inch polytubing line. You can install them at whatever distance apart you need to deliver water to individual plants along the line. CETA pressure compensating emitters are best where inconsistent water pressure is a problem. To install your sprayers, sprinklers, and emitters, poke a hole in your 1/2 inch polytubing. Depending on your garden plan and the sprayer that you're using, you can either insert it right into the 1/2 inch poly or insert a barbed coupler that fits into a smaller polytube or a riser. At the end of the polytube or riser, just insert the sprayer of your choice. Give your garden customized water delivery with micro sprayers, sprinklers, and emitters, and grow organic for life.